YouTube. My name is Del. This is Del on Movies. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you're watching this on the day that it comes out, which will be Monday, July 18th, it'll be my birthday, my 51st birthday. If that's hard to believe for you, thank my mom. She gave me these great genes. I got the boys' good looks going. And we're going to talk about some movies that have to deal with birthdays. Now, I didn't pull out every birthday movie out of my collection, meaning I didn't pull out every movie that just has a birthday scene in it, but I picked some where the birthday is relevant, at least for most of them. I think there's one or two where the birthday scene is not really all that big a deal. But we're going to get into it, and we're going to start off with something kind of lighthearted, and it's a comedy. It's a very popular comedy, actually, and in this one, the birthday scene is not really all that big a deal, but there's a very interesting birthday scene, and this is old school. Will Ferrell's the main character, and there's a really interesting scene at his daughter's birthday party, or I can't remember if it was his birthday party or another character's, but that's really all I need to say about that. Most interesting to some of you collectors out there might be this red sticker right here. I really did buy this previewed. Let's see if we can get it there. I really did buy this previewed at Blockbuster maybe 15 years ago when I worked there. Before they went belly up, of course. I just always kept the case. You can see the little hole at the bottom. My former Blockbuster employees know that's where the little the yellow tab, went in when you slid it in there so customers couldn't open it while they were in the store. But it is a good birthday scene in this movie, so we'll move on from that. We got another lighthearted movie, and this one is also a classic. And this is Toy Story, and of course things start off because it is Andy's birthday. I love this set of steelbooks, by the way. It's 4 steelbooks that I have for the entire franchise. This is the only one that only one that pertains to Andy's birthday, though. That's part of the inside of it, and of course this is the now famous scenes where Woody's worried that Buzz is going to get a new toy and going to forget all about him, and that's pretty much what happens. Let's see the inside of the steelbook, guys, just so you can see. And that toy, of course, is Buzz Lightyear, who's kind of eclipsed Woody altogether. He just got his own movie, just came out about a month ago or so. So that's kind of ironic, but this is the movie that started it all. The original Toy Story. Can't go wrong with that one. Next up, we're going to shift over to fantasy, and again, it's another movie where the birthday scene is not really super important, but it is there. There is a birthday scene there, and that is Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Rings, the first one. This is the 3-movie collection right here, guys. And the big birthday celebration is Bilbo Baggins. This is his 110th or 111th birthday. I can't remember. All you Lord of the Rings guys out there, you'll let me know. And that's kind of where we meet Gandalf, or we meet him just before that. We meet Gandalf, and we meet Frodo and Sam, and then the adventure begins. Yeah, guys, I know some of you guys out there have these great big 4K $200 box sets for Lord of the Rings. I'm not into Lord of the Rings like that. I like the movies well enough, but this is good enough for me, just the theatrical cuts. I don't need 4 hours of it. But great movie nonetheless, and the Bilbo Baggins birthday scene sets things in motion. Getting a little bit more serious now. We're moving to some sci-fi here, and it's a movie called Logans Run. Now, Logan's Run, this is the only movie I think in the stack. I'm just taking a quick look over here. Yes, the only movie in the stack that I actually haven't watched all the way through. I saw bits and pieces of it some over the years. It's come on TV a few times. I do know that the main plot here is that characters, or it's a post-apocalyptic world, dystopian world, where people are deemed useless after their 30th birthday and basically put down. And we got a couple of characters that we follow are trying to escape that plight. I am going to watch this one day, hopefully soon, but it is a movie that a lot of people, a lot of sci-fi fans hail as one of the great ones, so I just wanted to put that out there also. Next is more of a drama, actiony kind of thriller movie, and it's controversial. Some people, it's got some wild things happening. It is Falling Down with Michael Douglas. He's trying to get home from work, and there's a big traffic jam. It's LA, it's a big traffic jam, and nobody's moving. I can't remember if his car stops on him or not, but he decides to get out and walk, and he goes through some wild neighborhoods and fast food restaurants and has all sorts of things happening on his way home. The law comes after him because he's beating up people and doing all sorts of things, and they're fearing that it's going to escalate. That's Robert Duvall is the main cop that's after him, and it's all because he wants to get home for his little girl's birthday. He's estranged from his wife. She doesn't really want him there, but he's trying to get home for her birthday. So Falling Down is another one where the birthday plays a major role. And from here on out, I got a lot more movies over here in the stack, and they're all horror movies. So I don't know what that says about me and how I feel about birthdays in general, but they're all horror movies, and so let's just go right through them. We'll start with the Omen, the original Omen. Of course, the remake is the same. I have that one too, but didn't pull that one out. And the things get set in motion on Damien is the main character. He is the Omen. He's the child, the satanic child. We know he's satanic, and the parents are all trying to figure out. Things really get set into motion at his 5th birthday party when the housekeeper commits suicide in front of everybody. Just jumps right out the window. It's an iconic scene. If you haven't seen the movie, this is a really, really good supernatural horror flick, and definitely hailed as a classic. Next up is a movie I've talked about a couple times actually already. I talked about when I did my Arrow video collection. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. And this is Frankenhooker. Again, just a quick recount of the plot. Our main character, his girlfriend, gets killed in a freak accident involving a lawnmower, and he basically tries to Frankenstein her back to life. The deal with that is this happens at the freak accident that takes her life happens at a birthday party, so the events are set into motion from there. Next is a movie that came out a few years back, and it is Happy Death Day. On this one, a character keeps waking up on her birthday over and over after she's killed basically every day by the same killer, and she has to figure out who it is. And it's a time loop movie, a Groundhog Day type movie for the horror set. Happy Death Day. Check it out. It's really good. I haven't watched the sequel yet. I have the sequel, but I haven't watched the Happy Death Day to You. Actually, I don't think that has to do with birthdays, but I do want to check that one out. Also, next is another horror classic. This one is the original Child's Play. This is a whole complete set, DVD set of the Chucky series. I do need to upgrade it one of these days, but the original Child's Play, well, Chucky was given to, I think his name is Andy also. There's a lot of Andys in this video. And Chucky was given to Andy for a birthday gift. And of course, we all know the history of Chucky from there. And I'll leave it at that. If you've seen it, you know. If you haven't seen it, see it. Who hasn't seen Child's Play? Next is another movie classic, even older than that one. And this was from Alfred Hitchcock. And this is The Birds. Now, The Birds is just part of this set. Here's Blu-ray set. I don't have the 4K stuff that's been coming out lately. And you'll see The Birds right there. And basically, the ending of the movie where the birds really start to go haywire takes place around a birthday party there as well. It's honestly not one of my favorite Hitchcocks of the dozen or so that I've seen, but it is a pretty good movie. And yeah, everything goes haywire, goes crazy right at a birthday party. Next is a movie a lot fewer of you are probably familiar with, but the ones who have seen it know this is a really good time. It's a fun movie, it's crazy, and that movie is Clown. So Clown, this is about a guy he's basically a workaholic. He's always going, he's always running, he's doing things. He's not always got a lot of time for his son, but his son's birthday party is coming up. It's actually tonight as the movie opens up. It's actually tonight, and they hired a clown for the birthday, but for whatever reason, I can't remember the reason, that guy can't do it. So it so happens Dad's a real estate agent, and the house he's showing so happens to have a clown suit in it. So he takes that suit, puts it on, and he decides he's going to be the clown at his son's birthday party. and he goes to the parties. Everything seems to be, everything goes okay. But after the party's over, he cannot take the suit off. Like physically, he can't take it off. Not that he doesn't want to, he just physically cannot take it off. The suit itself will not allow him to remove it. And it's kind of like if you're a superhero fan, if you're a Spider-Man fan, the symbiote, and now it kind of takes over Spider-Man's mind. Well, the suit's kind of doing that thing, and he just starts killing kids, really, honestly. And so, and I hate to, sound like I'm advocating child murder, but it's a fun movie. It's a good one for horror fans. Check it out, Clown. The last movie that I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite horror movies. I saw it way back in the day, back a little while after it came out. It hit HBO or whatever it was, whatever cable network it was back then that I saw it on, and I've seen it. I don't know, 6, 7, 8 times since then, and that movie is Happy Birthday to Me. And appropriate that I'll end here because I'm going to say happy birthday to me. But in this movie, we got Virginia, she, aka Jenny. She played in Little House on the Prairie. For some of my viewers that are about my age, you'll know Little House on the Prairie. She was in that when she was younger. Very different role here. She's a high school student, and she suffers a accident, and it's causing her to have blackouts and memory loss. And she's just trying to put her life back together. And she's hanging out with a bunch of her friends all the time. She's got a group of friends that she hangs around, and slowly but surely, in slasher fashion, they all get knocked off one by one and just starting to get killed. The mystery of the movie is that we're not sure if she is the next victim, if she's the one that the killer is haunting. Is she going to be the final girl, or is she the killer herself? And it all comes out at her birthday party, her 18th birthday party. So if you've seen it, it's got some iconic horror kills in there, including the one on the cover with the shish kebab. If you haven't seen it, and you're a horror fan, definitely put it on your list to watch list, and let me know how you like it. If you do the same with any of these movies that you haven't seen. These are all great birthday movies, depending on how your taste. I love all those movies that I've seen. A couple of them I haven't seen, but I'm gonna get to that one. Well, Logan's Run, just the only one I haven't seen. But yeah, let me know what you think of these movies. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for hanging out with me again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.